Your morning oatmeal may be warming your heart while slowly tiring your kidneys. For decades, oatmeal has been celebrated as the ultimate breakfast. Warm, filling, packed with fiber, and praised for its heart-friendly benefits. Many seniors enjoy it daily, believing they are making a smart, healthy choice to start the morning. But what if this trusted bowl, so often linked to vitality, hides a side that could quietly overwork your kidneys after 60? As we age, our kidneys lose some of their filtering efficiency. Nutrients like phosphorus, potassium, and even protein, harmless in moderate amounts for younger healthy kidneys, can become a real challenge for aging ones. Over time, excess phosphorus can weaken your bones and damage blood vessels. Too much potassium can disrupt your heart rhythm, and surplus protein can accelerate kidney wear and tear. This doesn't mean oatmeal is bad or must be abandoned. The danger lies in how it's prepared, portioned and paired with other food. Simple habits repeated over months or years can slowly tip the balance from nourishing to harmful. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 most common oatmeal mistakes that can harm your kidneys after 60, including one that most seniors still do without realizing. And more importantly, we'll explore how to keep oatmeal a safe, satisfying part of your diet. Because with a few smart adjustments, you can enjoy its comfort and flavor, while protecting the organs that have served you faithfully for decades. Now let's begin by understanding the hidden balance between oatmeal's benefits and its potential risks. Before we dive into the common mistakes, it's worth taking a closer look at oatmeal itself, because understanding its strengths and weaknesses will help you make better choices. On the positive side, oatmeal is one of the most versatile and comforting breakfasts you can have. A warm bowl in the morning delivers a steady source of complex carbohydrates, helping to keep blood sugar stable and energy levels consistent. Its soluble fiber, especially beta-glucan, is well known for lowering LDL cholesterol, supporting heart health, and promoting satiety, so you're less likely to overeat later in the day. For many seniors, this makes oatmeal feel like a safe heart-smart staple. However, the very nutrients that make oatmeal nourishing for most people can present challenges for aging kidneys. Even a modest half cup of dry oats contains about 166 mg of phosphorus and 107 mg of potassium. For healthy kidneys, these levels are manageable. But after 60, kidney filtration naturally declines, and excess minerals can accumulate in the blood. Too much phosphorus can pull calcium from bones, making them brittle and contribute to calcification in blood vessels, increasing cardiovascular risk. Elevated potassium can cause muscle weakness, dangerous heart rhythm disturbances, or in severe cases, cardiac arrest. Protein, another beneficial nutrient in moderation, is also a consideration. Oatmeal provides roughly 5 to 6, not excessive by general standards, but for aging kidneys already working harder to process waste, even small surpluses can add up over time. The result is subtle but persistent strain that may speed the loss of kidney function. This doesn't mean oatmeal should disappear from your diet. Instead, it highlights the importance of preparation, portion control, and ingredient pairing. By recognizing these hidden risks, you can adjust how often you eat oatmeal, how much you serve, and what you add to it. That way you'll still enjoy its warmth and comfort, without placing unnecessary pressure on your kidneys. A balance we'll now explore as we move into the first common mistake. Let's begin with the first and perhaps most common mistake: cooking oatmeal with cow's milk. On the surface, it seems wholesome, creamy texture, extra protein, and calcium for strong bones. But for aging kidneys, especially after 60, this combination can be quietly harmful. Cow's milk adds significant amounts of phosphorus and potassium on top of what's already in the oat. In some cases, it can nearly double the mineral load in a single bowl. For kidneys that filter less efficiently, this extra burden can accumulate, raising the risk of bone loss, vascular calcification, and dangerous heart rhythm changes. I remember Margaret, a 67-year-old retired librarian, who came to her doctor feeling unusually tired and short of breath. She was proud of her healthy breakfast routine. Every morning, half a cup of oats simmered in whole milk, topped with banana slices. When her blood tests came back, they showed elevated potassium and phosphorus levels, enough to explain her symptoms and to signal that her kidney function was under strain. Margaret was shocked. She thought she was doing everything right for her health. Her doctor explained that while oatmeal itself could still be part of her diet, the way she was preparing it was overloading her kidneys each morning without her realizing it. Switching to water or unsweetened almond milk made a difference within weeks. Her mineral levels improved, her energy returned, and she could still enjoy her warm bowl of oats, now with cinnamon and apple slices instead of banana. It was a small change with a big impact. This story underscores an important truth. With kidney health, even healthy additions can turn into hidden risks if they're not tailored to your body's needs. Choosing the right liquid base for your oatmeal is one of the simplest, most effective steps you can take to protect your kidney. And as we move forward, you'll see that the next mistake often happens even before the first spoonful is taken. Even when you've chosen plain oats and the right cooking liquid, trouble can still creep in through what you put on top. Many seniors love to add generous handfuls of toppings, believing they're making their oatmeal even healthier, but certain popular choices like bananas, raisins, peanut butter and mixed nuts are loaded with potassium and phosphorus. For aging kidneys, this is like quietly piling on extra weight they can't easily lift. Consider Ellen, a 70-year-old grandmother, who prided herself on her Power Bowl breakfast. Each morning, she'd cook her oats in almond milk, then heap on sliced banana, a spoonful of peanut butter, a sprinkle of walnuts, and a handful of raisins. She loved the taste and the idea that she was fueling her body with nutrient-rich food. But over several months, she began to feel muscle cramps, occasional palpitations, and unexplained fatigue. When Ellen's doctor ran blood tests, her potassium levels were well above the safe range, and her phosphorus was creeping higher too. The culprit wasn't the oat, it was the combination of high potassium and high phosphorus toppings, adding up to a dangerous load each morning. Her kidneys, already filtering more slowly at her age, simply couldn't keep up. Guided by her doctor, Ellen made small but important changes. She swapped the banana for thinly sliced apples, replaced the peanut butter with a sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor, and limited dried fruit to just a few pieces twice a week. Within weeks, her lab results improved, the cramps stopped, and her energy returned. She realized that more isn't always better, especially for her kidneys. This experience shows that even wholesome foods can become harmful in the wrong context. For kidney health after 60, topping choices matter as much as the oats themselves. And as we'll see in the next section, sometimes the risk begins long before you even add anything, right at the moment you choose your oats. Another mistake that catches many by surprise is choosing instant or flavored oatmeal packets. They're convenient, quick, and often marketed with cheerful labels promising here healthy benefits. But hidden in those colorful sachets are additives that can place significant stress on aging kidney. Instant and flavored varieties often contain added sodium for taste and shelf life, as well as phosphate additives to improve texture and cooking time. Unlike natural phosphorus in whole foods, these inorganic phosphates are absorbed almost completely into the bloodstream, creating a rapid spike that kidneys must work hard to clear. Take the case of Harold, a 72-year-old widower, who lived alone and preferred simple meals. He believed he was making a healthy choice when he switched from sugary breakfast cereals to instant maple and brown sugar oatmeal. Every morning for nearly 2 years, he'd tear open a packet, add hot water and feel comforted by its sweetness. But over time, Harold noticed swelling in his ankles and shortness of breath. Routine blood work revealed elevated phosphate levels and reduced kidney function. When his diet was reviewed, the instant oatmeal was a clear culprit, not because of the oats themselves, but because each serving carried hidden phosphates and about 250 mg of sodium, silently burdening his kidney. When Harold switched to plain rolled oats cooked on the stove and flavored them himself with cinnamon, diced apples and a drizzle of honey, the results were remarkable. His swelling reduced, breathing improved, and his phosphate levels returned to a safer range. His experience is a reminder that with kidney health, convenience can come at a cost. What seems like a harmless shortcut can over time create conditions that speed kidney decline. Choosing unflavored, minimally processed oats may take a few extra minutes, but those minutes can protect years of kidney function. And as we'll see, even the healthiest oats can cause trouble if the portions or frequency are not managed wisely. Sometimes the harm isn't in what you add to your oatmeal, it's in how much and how often you eat it. Oatmeal has a reputation as a free pass food, comforting, filling and good for you. But for aging kidneys, large portions or daily servings can quietly lead to trouble. Every bowl carries phosphorus, potassium, and protein. Eating it in excess, even without unhealthy toppings, means your kidneys are repeatedly pushed to filter more than they can comfortably handle. Take Robert, a 74-year-old former marathon runner, who prided himself on his disciplined diet. After his doctor advised more fiber, Robert decided oatmeal would be his breakfast every single day, not just a small bowl but a heaping cup and a half of dry oats cooked each morning. It kept him full through his morning walks, and he enjoyed the routine. But within a year, he began to notice swelling in his hands, persistent fatigue, and shortness of breath on hills he used to climb easily. Blood test revealed a worrying pattern: rising phosphorus and potassium levels, alongside a drop in kidney filtration rate. Robert was stunned. He had avoided processed foods, kept his salt intake low, and exercised regularly, but the sheer volume of oatmeal was overloading his kidneys day after day. Working with a renal dietitian, Robert reduced his oatmeal to half a cup of dry oats, eaten just 2 or 3 times a week. On other days, he rotated in kidney-friendly breakfasts, like white rice porridge, with vegetables or low-potassium fruit with yogurt. Within months, his energy improved, swelling decreased, and his kidney numbers stabilized. Robert's story shows how even the healthiest foods can turn against you when portion size and frequency are ignored. For kidney health after 60, moderation isn't just a suggestion, it's a safeguard. And in our next section, we'll uncover a mistake that can slip into your diet unnoticed, hiding behind friendly labels and fine print. The final mistake often hides in plain sight, skipping the step of reading labels and checking for hidden ingredients. Many people assume that if a product looks wholesome and carries words like natural or healthy, it must be safe. But for aging kidneys, the fine print on the back of the package can make all the difference. Phosphate additives, sodium and sweeteners can slip into processed oat products, granules, or healthy instant mixes. These additives, especially inorganic phosphates, are absorbed almost entirely by the body, causing quick spikes in blood phosphorus levels that strain the kidney. Linda, a 69-year-old retired nurse, thought she was careful with her diet. She always bought premium brands and avoided obvious junk food. Her pantry was stocked with organic granola and natural oat clusters, which she enjoyed several times a week as snacks. But during a routine checkup, her lab results showed her phosphorus levels were climbing, and her kidney filtration rate was declining. Surprised, she brought the packaging to her dietitian, who quickly spotted the issue. Each serving contained multiple phosphate additives, listed under names ending in dash, phost dash, plus over 200 milligrams of sodium. Linda had never noticed those tiny words on the ingredient list. She assumed the branding guaranteed safety. After switching to plain rolled oats, and making her own granola at home with unsalted seeds, spices and dried fruit in moderation, her phosphorus levels dropped and her kidney numbers stabilized within months. She still enjoyed her snacks, but now with full control over what went into them. This shows that protecting kidney health isn't only about the big dietary choices, it's also about the small details hiding in everyday foods. For those over 60, reading labels is not a tedious chore, it's a safeguard. And with all 5 mistakes uncovered, it's time to see how these small adjustments can keep oatmeal a safe, comforting part of your life for years to come. Oatmeal can still be one of the most comforting, nourishing breakfasts, even after 60 if it's approached with awareness and balance. The 5 mistakes we've covered aren't meant to scare you away from oats, but to show how small daily habits can either support your kidneys, or slowly wear them down. By choosing plain oats, cooking with kidney-friendly liquids, selecting low-potassium toppings, avoiding processed instant variety, keeping portions moderate, and reading labels carefully, you give your kidneys the breathing room they need to keep serving you well. For Margaret, Ellen, Harold, Robert, and Linda, the changes weren't drastic. They didn't have to give up oatmeal, only adjust how they enjoyed, and in return, they gained better lab results, improved energy, and peace of mind, knowing their breakfast was truly helping, not harming their health. Your kidneys have worked tirelessly for decades, filtering every drop of blood, balancing your minerals, and protecting you from toxins. After 60, they deserve a little extra care. The next time you prepare your morning oats, remember the choices you make in that small bowl can echo through the rest of your day and your years ahead. With mindful preparation, you can enjoy the warmth and satisfaction of oatmeal while protecting 2 of the hardest working organs in your